Hello and welcome to a video talking about some of the comics I made based off of video games. And to start us off, this is a 9/11 comic. It really doesn't have much to do with 9/11. It's just like a tragedy. Not really 9/11 related, but it's based off of video games somewhat. And it's got Waluigi or Mario or some Italian plumber in it, and I think it's Wario, Mario, Waluigi. I feel like Luigi's kind of left out of this abomination, but let's go. Alright, so in this comic, Waluigi is in a VIP seat of Mario, as I talked about, and it starts out at this top one, then goes to, I'm sorry, I'm looking at weird, and it's mirrored in the camera, and then goes to this one, then this one, then this one. It's really weird. You can just like pause it right here and look at it. It's an insanely weird comic. Have you paused it? Because it's really worth reading. Go pause it if you haven't yet. Two things to note about it would be that it doesn't have words. It's based off of 9/11, but isn't really based off of 9/11. I guess three things. And it's based off of video games, but isn't really based off video games. It sort of reminds me of Smash Run, like all those crazy stuffs that happens in Smash Run. I think it's supposed to remind you of Smash Run, if I remember correctly, and Waluigi is also holding an old PC. I'm sorry, it just had like a little hickety-uppy burp. Hickety-up burp. Alright, and only because I promised multiple comics, here's a Kaiju comic I made. I know it's not based off of video games, it's called... Wait, is this upside down? It might be upside down, I don't know. Kaiju Kingdom, no it's not. I don't think it's upside down to the viewer. If it is, I apologize. It enhances the video. That's how I would look at it. It's Kaiju Kingdom 5000. Takes place in the year 5000. And it's basically Tokyo is being overrun by goo monsters. That used to be people, but now they're goo monsters. And like people have evolved these insanely good resistance skills, like to most forms of torture. So take that, King Jong-un. Take that. I'm so glad I live in America. America's a good place. So anyway, it's just a fictional comic, and in it, they're not very resistant to high voltage, and they melt under high voltage. Humans do. I'm a human. Why am I calling them they? Or them? Whatever. But I guess they're comic humans, so... And whoever they touch starts to melt too. And they're extra strong when melted. Don't ask me why, even though I created the comic. Just don't. And that's a guy with a tiny head because I didn't feel like redrawing him. And I like the polygon style of the 3D Game Boy Advance games and the N64 of the time. So just like forgive me, and there's your video game sort of comic thing. Okay, that was the last thing I'm going to record. Okay, bye. Bye.